Have you ever looked upon a fossil, a drawing, or a faded photograph of an animal long gone, and felt a pang of loss for a world you never knew? What if I told you that the finality of extinction might not be so final after all? Imagine, for a moment, the thundering footsteps of a creature that hasn't walked this earth for millennia. This isn't the realm of science fiction. It is the frontier of a bold new science called de-extinction. A world where the ghosts of the past could once again become living, breathing inhabitants of our planet. Our countdown begins now. Number 10. We begin our journey in the frozen expanse of the Pleistocene, a time when colossal glaciers carved the landscape and giants roamed the earth. Among the most magnificent of these was the woolly mammoth, a cousin of the modern elephant, but uniquely adapted to the bitter cold. But the Siberian permafrost has preserved their DNA in extraordinary condition, making the woolly mammoth the poster child for de-extinction. Scientists are now editing Asian elephant DNA, inserting mammoth genes for cold adaptation. The first calf could be born within this decade. Number 9. The passenger pigeon. Accounts from the 19th century describe flocks so vast they would darken the sky for hours. Their population may have reached 5 billion, but they were hunted on an industrial scale, seen as a cheap and seemingly inexhaustible source of food. The last individual, a female named Martha, died alone in the Cincinnati Zoo in 1914, marking a shocking moment in conservation history. Now scientists are using DNA from museum specimens to edit the genome of the band-tailed pigeon, hoping to see flocks once again flying through North American forests. Number 8. The thylacine, more commonly known as the Tasmanian tiger, was not a tiger at all, but the world's largest carnivorous marsupial. The last known thylacine, a male named Benjamin, died from exposure at the Hobart Zoo in 1936. The flickering footage of Benjamin pacing his enclosure is a haunting final glimpse. Because the thylacine was a marsupial, scientists believe its resurrection could be more straightforward, with a cloned embryo transferred to a surrogate mother like the Tasmanian devil. The University of Melbourne is now actively pursuing a project to bring the thylacine back, hoping to restore ecological balance to Tasmania. Number 7. There is perhaps no animal more synonymous with extinction than the dodo. This large, flightless bird was perfectly adapted to its island paradise with no natural predators. When sailors arrived in the 16th century, they brought invasive species, rats, pigs, and monkeys, which preyed on the dodo's ground-laid eggs. Within less than a century, it was completely wiped out. Scientists at UC Santa Cruz have successfully sequenced the dodo's entire genome from bone fragments with hopes to edit the Nicobar pigeon's genome to create a dodo-like bird. The goal is to restore a piece of Mauritius's lost natural heritage. Number 6. Our next story is one of remarkable, fleeting success. The Pyrenean ibex, a magnificent wild goat with large, curved horns, once thrived in the Pyrenees Mountains. By 2000, the species was reduced to a single female named Celia. Scientists took a tissue sample before she was tragically killed by a falling tree, making the species officially extinct. In July 2003, history was made. A clone of Celia was born, the first time an extinct animal had been brought back to life. But the victory was heartbreakingly short-lived, dying after just 7 minutes. Although tragic, it was monumental proof that de-extinction was possible. Number 5. The quagga looked like it was created from 2 different animals, striped only on the front half, with plain, brownish-red hindquarters. This unique pattern made it instantly recognizable. Like so many others, the quagga was hunted to extinction by European colonists for meat and hides. The last individual died in Amsterdam Zoo in 1883. In 1984, genetic analysis revealed it wasn't a distinct species, but a subspecies of the plains zebra. This meant its genetic information still existed within living relatives. Through selective breeding of zebras with quagga-like characteristics, the Quagga Project has created raw quaggas that now roam South African reserves, a different path to de-extinction. Number 4. The great auk, the original penguin of the North, stood nearly a meter tall and was master of the North Atlantic, diving deep to hunt for fish. The final act took place in 1844 on LD Island. 2 sailors cornered the last breeding pair, clubbed them to death, and crushed the very last egg under a boot. Its close relationship to the razorbill, a smaller flying seabird, makes it a prime candidate. Scientists hope to create a bird that could once again dive for fish in cold Atlantic waters. Number 3. The saber-toothed cat, or Smilodon, is the quintessential Ice Age predator. powerfully built with immense, dagger-like canine teeth reaching over 20 centimeters. While the La Brea tar pits have yielded thousands of preserved skeletons, the tar makes extracting usable DNA exceptionally difficult, and it has no close living relatives. The ethical questions are profound. What kind of world would we reintroduce such a powerful predator into? For now, it remains the ultimate high-risk, high-reward candidate. Number 2, Steller's sea cow was a true gentle giant, up to 9 meters long and weighing 10 tons, a slow-moving herbivore that lived in kelp-rich waters around the Commander Islands. Discovered in 1741, it was completely extinct by 1768, just 27 years. Whalers and fur traders hunted these docile creatures with brutal efficiency. Its close relationship to the dugong provides potential for genetic editing. Bringing back this gentle giant would be a poignant act of atonement for one of history's most senseless extinctions. Number 1. A flash of emerald and gold that once lit up eastern U.S. forests. The Carolina parakeet was America's only native parrot. Beautiful social birds with bright green bodies and yellow heads. What sealed their fate was a tragic behavioral trait. When one was shot, the others wouldn't flee but would circle and cry above their fallen companion, making entire flocks easy targets. The last Carolina parakeet, a male named Incas, died in 1918 in the same Cincinnati zoo as Martha the passenger pigeon, less than a year after his mate Lady Jane. With numerous museum specimens providing DNA and the sun parakeet as a close relative, reviving this beautiful bird would be a powerful symbol of ecological restoration, bringing lost color back to American woodlands. We have journeyed from the frozen tundra of the Pleistocene to the lost forests of America, exploring breathtaking scientific possibility. The resurrection of these 10 incredible animals is no longer a distant dream, but a tangible, approaching reality. But this incredible power brings profound ethical questions. Do we have the right to play God? And if we bring these creatures back, do we have the wisdom to provide them with a world where they can truly thrive? Imagine a world where mammoth steppes could help heal the Arctic and parakeet wings could once again grace our skies. The future is unwritten. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey. Which of these animals would you most want to see walk the earth again? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed exploring the frontiers of science and nature, please consider subscribing for more videos that feed your curiosity.